Hello everybody and welcome back to Flip City with Mr. Chris. That's me, I'm Mr. Chris. I want to do a short video for you guys to show you some of my recent sales in June and to give you a good idea of what items you should be picking up and how much you can get for them. Also wanted to give a big shout out to every single subscriber that we've got. The growth has been amazing. As you can see here, 521 subscribers now. I just posted my first video in February, so I'm super happy that I'm getting so much great support, and I think that means that people are finding these videos educational and useful. So without further ado, let's jump right into some of these items. All the items are going to be about $20 or $25 and above. We'll start with some of the best items and give you guys a couple of bolos in there and a few items that you may or may not be looking at the thrift stores. All right, so let's jump right into the first item here. This is a vintage Houston Oilers jersey. Most of the items, by the way, I pick up at Goodwill bins or at Salvation Army. I'm just a part-time reseller. I do this a couple days a week, a few hours a week, make a little extra income. So yeah, so this is just a vintage Houston Oilers jersey, number 14. I cannot remember the name of the person. Let's look at the name. Carlson. Right, I don't even know if that's a popular player or not. The good thing about this jersey is the size, and also it had this great 75 anniversary patch. You can see here I sold it for $69.99 plus shipping. So that was a really great pickup. That was picked up at the bins. Here's some shoes. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of selling shoes, but as you'll see in this video and in my next video also, I'm starting to put a little more focus on shoes because I'm realizing there's a pretty good profit to be made. I just got to figure out a better way to store them. They take up a lot of space. It's not easy. It's not as easy as like storing clothes, right? So if I could find a good process, then maybe I'll keep doing more shoes. And if anybody out there has recommendations for like a good way to store shoes while you're waiting to sell them, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to know. This is a pair of Nike Air Max 95. Back in the day, this was like the shoe. I wish I had it. This shoe here, pretty good condition for a used shoe. You can see here I didn't have to do a whole lot of cleaning, which is great because I don't really, I try not to do too much cleaning on the items on the shoes. Here's the condition. That's probably the worst right there. It's just those little dots on the bottom. Size 8 men's. These sold also for $69.99 plus shipping. All items are plus shipping, so I won't say that part. And we'll jump right into the next item, which is another pair of shoes. So when we were at the bins, my son found a couple of these youth size 7, just so close to being an adult men's size, which would have got me a lot more money. But size 7 youth, these are in great condition. These are Jordan 11 Retro Concord breads. You can see the patent leather is perfect, no scratches. The white is really clean. These are a really good clean pair of shoes. I'm not sure if women buy these youth size shoes or if it's just a boy, but $80 there. You see the bottom's amazing condition, right? So I decided if I am going to sell shoes, they got to be in like really great condition. I don't want to sell anything with a bunch of flaws or worn down, and I don't want to repair shoes or clean shoes. So $80. So you're looking at $69, $80. We got off a good start here in June. Keep it going. So here's one of the items that I've said before in the videos, and I want to reiterate because I think a lot of people pass up bags. I'm able to scoop up bags at Goodwill bins for so cheap, and even at Salvation Army, you can get the bags for like $5 on half off day. This is a vintage LL Bean. It's called the Continental backpack. It's like a kind of like a rucksack. It's this kind of desert color. Really great condition, especially for a vintage bag. Try to get all the details so everybody knows exactly what they're getting, measurements, etc. And this one sold for, I took an offer, best offer for $65. All right, I've been on the hunt for this brand. I've only found it one other time. And also, my focus lately has been on a lot of golf clothes, men's like athleisure, basic apparel, because some of these brands that are very basic are really good sellers. And this brand right here, Robeck, is one of them. Let's see if we can get a better picture of the logo. There, let's go. It's this dog logo right there, Robeck. So if you see these, scoop them up. I got this one. I believe I got this one at Salvation Army for $5, and I took a deal for $45. It was listed for 1 day. 1 day, and that's also another goal of mine. I'm trying not to have any inventory last in my storage for longer than 30 days. And the sooner I can sell it, the sooner I can get the money and turn it back around. I'm trying to create like this snowball so that I get more and more money so I can buy more items to sell, right? Here we go. Summertime, like I told you, is a really good time to sell these soccer jerseys. This is a vintage AS Roma, which is Italy. This is Kappa brand. Pretty good condition. The graphic on the front is kind of cracked, but overall, the shirt itself is in great shape. A few of the graphics were a little bit faded, but you can see the patch, the color. It's really good. There's a size medium, usually large, extra large, or better sizes, but with these vintage jerseys, I say scoop them up. You saw the football one I got. Here's a soccer one. The thing is, if somebody's looking for more of a unique item and they're a supporter of the team, sometimes these vintage jerseys do well. This one basically got me $40. All right, next item up. So for whatever reason at my Goodwill bins, there's a lot of generic like military gear. And I used to pass it up all the time just thinking that it was basic and nobody would be looking for it. But for some reason, some of this stuff is a really great pickup. And in my next video, when I show you guys what I picked up this week, you're going to see I got this like anti-gravity pilot pants, and you're not going to believe how much those sell for. So don't overlook this military gear, this basic issued military stuff. This is just a basic fleece. The tag right there is not in the greatest condition to see the size, but I put the measurements. Oh, there's a size tag right there, right? Very basic, black, navy, fleece, long sleeve. Again, medium short, not the best size, but $35. I mean, the profit you're making on that, it's so easy. It's so easy. Just don't even pass it up, guys, I'm telling you. So don't pass up the backpacks, the bags. Don't pass up basic menswear, and don't pass up this military issued stuff. You'll get a lot of profit out of it. So here's a brand that I've been slowly learning about, more women's brands, and Lily Pulitzer is one. So this is kind of a double right here. So I'm getting a women's item and a bag. And you can see it's brand new with tag. Let's see, what did it say on that tag? How much did it say? $88 was the original price. It was in great condition, easy to pack, easy to ship, so small. And this one sold for $34. It did sit for a little while, but $34 is a great deal. All right, this is one of the brands I love selling just because they sell so fast. They're so easy to sell. And you don't have to, like with the 4 keys, you have brand, pattern, material, and size. This is basically just the brand, right? Viori. I have not found like crazy patterns or anything, and it has not kept me from selling them. So there's the logo right there, Viori. These are great. It's a basic, I don't know how many I've sold, about a dozen or so of this same type of shirt. Just a basic soft polo. It's a really great brand. The logo is a bit nondescript, so you could easily miss it, but men's extra large, $30. Here's an item that I'm not sure I would pick up again if I had to. I had it for a while. It looked unique, which was why it caught my eye. I did the sold comps and I thought they were pretty good. Dick Bruna Miffy hoodie. I don't really even know what that means. I can't remember. It kind of looked like, what's it called, from Sanrio, that brand. So, little animated cartoon person, little bunny or something. $25, not too bad. Again, I'm not really a fan of white. You can see here, it looks dingy in the photos. It's in great condition though, and it's just really hard on these white items to get a good, clean photo. So I try my best to stay away from it, but I'm not going to complain about a $25 sale. So that one's easy. All right, in my last video of what I got, my haul video, I told you guys about this brand. If you didn't see it, this right here is a more than 100% sell-through rate Bolo Marino Te. It's like a merino wool base layer, very basic shirt. You can see again, these higher end brands seem to be kind of like very minimal with their logos. And I first noticed it because it was very soft, and I take a look at anything that's merino wool. So I'm glad I did, because this Marino Te base layer wool shirt. Got me $26. Here's another men's basic brand. You may or may not be aware of it, Freefly. I don't find it that often, and it's not going to be as high-end as a Viori or a Lululemon or something like that. But it's still, this sold in 3 days, $22. It's just a basic long-sleeve t-shirt in a green hooded. And you can see here, this did have flaws. I got this at Salvation Army, and for some reason they put the tag through. It was like, it was bunched up right there in the hood. So I want to make sure I show the buyers exactly the condition. I don't think it counted against it too much because it's up in the hood area, not like on the front of the shirt. Other than that, the shirt is in great condition. This is like made out of bamboo. So it's very soft and lightweight, $22. I try to only sell items $20, $25 and above. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not a volume seller, so I'm trying to get most bang for the buck. So 20, 25 seems to be a good base for me to start at. I don't like to go any lower than that. Here's a shirt that I was kind of hoping would do a little bit better. Again, $25, Ralph Lauren. I thought that this special plaid pattern would do well, this Oxford shirt, and the condition was great. I guess $25 isn't too bad. I know I see people on YouTube and other resellers, they pick these up and they sell them for like $18, $16. I feel like that's a little too low for me, but $25 is a decent price. It's a great size, good condition. So the brand, obviously, everybody knows Polo Ralph Lauren. The pattern is what caught my eye. The material is cotton, but for somehow this is like a very thin cotton, not like your standard button-up shirt or button-down. And the size was good. So pretty much had all the 4 keys, $25, easy money. Basic Patagonia sun shirt. Extra large, green. You can see there's no crazy graphic. Patagonia trail running, nothing special. I couldn't believe this got $26. When I got this at the bins, I figured I would pick it up because I know Patagonia is a good seller. But I was thinking I was probably going to get around $18, $20. I didn't mind it. It's kind of just a throw-in with everything else I picked up. And I'm glad I did because it was an easy sell and $26. So at the end of the day, probably $20 profit. All those little $20 profits add up. Here's another item. In the next video I have where I show you what I picked up. One of the carts came out at the bins, and I was hanging out with my son and two other resellers, and they do Depop. And on the top was literally like 20 of these kinds of polos, the big ponies, the patches. Some of them have better embroidery and colors. And so everybody just like scrambled to get as many of them as we could. I got myself a few, and everybody else got a couple, so I think everyone was happy. That was like a reseller's dream right there. Sourcing magic just showed right up. This one is probably the least valuable that I got out of all. I think I have 5 of them. Sold for $20. But people that are looking for the basic polo stuff really love these big ponies and the number 3 patch. You can see right there on the sleeve. That's very popular. And the other ones will have like custom embroidery on the chest. So if you see any of those big ponies, even if it's just a basic polo shirt, this one's almost more like a rugby with the venting. Scoop them up. They sell easy, so quick. You won't be holding on to them for very long. So that's it, guys. Like I said, just a short little video kind of showing you guys the best items I've sold so far this month, part-time seller. If you have any good items that you've sold, hit me up. Tell me all about them. I like to see what other people are sourcing and what other people are selling. I hope you guys enjoyed the bolo for the Marino Te. And please take my advice. Check out those bags. Don't skip them over. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.